All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. We can stand for the pledge, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, just a reminder to have everybody's mics on. Go ahead with the roll call.
Commissioner Robbins,
Here.
Commissioner Walter,
Here.
Commissioner Bonnick,
Present.
Commissioner Wessel,
Here.
Commissioner Campbell,
Present. Here.
Commissioner Allgaier,
Here.
Chairman Yoder,
I'm here.
all present.
All right, thank you. All right, next up we have approval of board minutes. I see we got 4 different sets here to approve. We have a motion. Commissioner Allgaier?
I move that we approve minutes from the regular session on Tuesday, July 15th, special session Tuesday, August 7th, closed session Tuesday, August 7th, executive board session Tuesday, August 12th.
Support.
All right, it's been moved and supported. Discussion? Not in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0. All right, next up, we got approval of the agenda. Do you have any late additions or deletions? Mr. Robbins?
I'd like to pull off the consent 5B for discussion.
8B?
5B.
5B.
Oh, 5B, thank you.
So we'll move that as the new number 1, I guess.
Well,
Would that be okay?
we can make it number 5.
Or just,
Number 5.
okay, yeah, we'll just make it number 5. You know. Any other additions or deletions? All right, if not, I'll need a motion.
I'll move we accept the agenda as amended.
Support.
Excuse me.
All right, it's been moved and supported. Discussion? Not, all in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0. All right, next up we have an update from our administrator. You have an update or?
No specific update since the executive meeting. The one concern that we do have tonight on your consent agenda, it's item 3C, the capital improvement plan. And as you recall, we accepted the plan from the Planning Commission, adopted certain technical amendments, and then the motion was to approve the plan as accepted. Since that time, we did get some communication from the Treasurer's Office. He had some concerns that the narrative portion had some statements concerning the statutory functions of the treasurer that may not be exactly correct. My recommendation would be that you maintain this on the consent agenda, approve it as was considered at the executive meeting, and then have a separate discussion at the September meeting if there are any changes to the narrative that are necessary. The reason I suggest that is the statutory obligations and duties of the treasurer don't change with respect to, I mean, you could say in the CIP that we don't even need a county treasurer and it wouldn't matter. The Constitution, the state statute would require that you have a county treasurer. So the fact that the duties might be slightly different than what the treasurer believes are appropriate by statute doesn't matter. You can't change that by adopting the CIP. But if there are some further technical amendments that are necessary, that could be addressed at that time. And wouldn't need to delay the acceptance of the CIP for purposes of the budget discussion. So, other than that, no other update, Mr. Chair.
All right, any questions for Administrator?
Jim, would that wouldn't require a supermajority vote, though, to amend something we've already approved?
No.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, if not, we'll move on to our first public comment. You have 3 minutes. Anything agenda specific? Do we have any members of the public that wishes to address the board? Yes, sir.
Jim Pepperstead, Leelanau Township. It's just a note, it's regarding the whole agenda. I can't hear anything through those speakers. I know we spent 10 grand or more on a sound system. Doesn't have to be brought up a lot, but I could make out half of what you were saying, but I wasn't real clear, and when you responded, even when you're off access of the microphone or whatever, it's harder to get out here. So is there any way of tweaking it up before we get into the meeting?
Yes, I'm just gonna ask everybody to pull it up closer to their mouth.
Can
you hear
it
us?
turned on?
They're on, yeah. They're on. Thank you.
That's it, thank you. I'm sitting right here, I can't hardly hear you.
Can't hear anything either.
Just so you know.
I guess the volume's on.
We can do a test. Can you hear that?
I can hear you, yeah.
Speak forward, sit up straight in your seats like in school, bring your microphones a little closer to you and speak into them.
All right. Guess everybody's gonna have to speak into it.
She got a little in her hand.
It's better? All right. Do you have any other public comment? All right.
She does. You're closer.
All right. If not, we'll move on to commissioner comments. You have any, Commissioner? Commissioner Money?
Yeah, I just, I was over in Leland yesterday, and I walked out onto the dam, and the gate that's there is swinging open, and it's actually going across the lodge's walkway. And then there is no ramp on the other side of it, handicap ramp. So I'm just concerned that we have a gate that's in the, it will latch, but it wasn't latched when I came there, and there's no handicap ramp out on the other side of it. And I think we're supposed to have it locked, if there's no ramp there.
We had a request that gate remain unlocked from members of the public in Leland. And we have the side that is on the Falling Waters Lodge, that's their property. They're responsible for any ramp that may or may not be placed there. The ADA accessibility of that bridge is appropriate. So it doesn't need to be locked. We could lock it, but again, we've had a request that it remain
Well,
open.
I'm just thinking about it. It was pretty windy, so it was swinging, and it swings out across their walkway. So, I mean, if it doesn't have to be locked and it doesn't need to be there, we can take it down. It's just put up there with screws. And I think we would eliminate that liability.
I'll take that into consideration and see what, report back to you at our next meeting.
All right.
I
Any other?
thought we were required to have a gate.
I did too.
I don't
Why
believe
we
so.
put it there?
All right.
Might I ask, at the park commission meeting, you had said I think that you were waiting on a legal opinion,
That is one thing that we're waiting on, yes.
and that's from our county attorneys?
Correct.
Well, maybe until we get it, it might make sense to lock it rather than assume that it's gonna come in that way. Regardless, I agree with the public, but then again, we have statutory requirements and liability.
All right. Commissioner Wessel?
I wanted to just mention that the Northern Lakes Community Mental Health Board has their monthly board meeting this Thursday, and it rotates around counties. And this Thursday it'll be here at Leelanau County downstairs in the community room at 1 p.m. And it's a challenging time for community mental health with lots of reductions. And your attendance there would be informative.
All right, any other commissioner comments? All right, if not, we'll move on to consent agenda. I'll just read a quick note here. The purpose of the consent agenda is to expedite business by grouping non-controversial items together to be dealt with by one motion without discussion. Any commissioner may ask that any item on the consent agenda be removed and placed elsewhere on the agenda for full discussion. Such requests will automatically be respected and will not need a second. Do you have any commissioners that wish to remove anything? All right, if not, I'll take a motion.
I move to approve the consent agenda as amended.
Support.
All right, it's been moved and supported. We can have a roll call on that.
Yes. Commissioner Walter,
Yes.
Commissioner Wessel,
Yes.
Chairman Yoder,
Yes.
Commissioner Allgaier,
Yes.
Commissioner Bunnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Campbell,
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
7-0.
All right, thank you. With that, we'll move on to our action items. Number one, we have the sheriff's office, purchase of motors and declare one motor as surplus. Commissioner Wessel?
I move that the Leelanau County Board of Commissioners authorize the sale of the existing 150 horsepower motor associated with boat M2, purchase 2 Mercury 150 XL motors from Standard Marine, waive the board policy on bid requirements, authorize the budget allocations described by the finance director at last Tuesday's meeting, and authorize the board chair to sign all documents necessary to complete the transaction.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and supported. Discussion? Commissioner Bunny?
Yeah, I still believe we should send this out for a bid. I believe we can have them, ask them to bid just on Mercury motors. You know, then we wouldn't have to waive board policy on this. And I do believe if we get Mercury's, Standard Marine will repair them if they need it. So I just think we should really try to follow our board policy.
All right, any other discussion? All right, if not, all in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
Motion carried 5-2.
Who are the two?
Commissioner Bunny and Commissioner Walter. All right, next up we have facilities and maintenance department name change. Commissioner Allgaier?
I move that the Leelanau County Board of Commissioners approve renaming the Facilities Maintenance Department to Facilities Maintenance Department to Facilities in, okay, that was a typo, right?
No.
To Facilities Engineering as specified above.
All right, is there support?
Support.
Supported by Commissioner Wessel. Discussion?
Yes, you know, when we talked about this last week, I thought, well, I didn't see the big deal in it, but I was wondering what the cost is. I mean, stationary, you know, all those things, I mean.
It'd be minimal. Stationary is generally,
Stationary, you know.
we would use a electronic stationary. It's requires modest change. The signage in the building, we believe that's less than $200. We don't see any other significant
Anything with
changes
uniforms
necessary.
or anything?
No. They'd be, if they were, they'd be changed as wearing out, that sort of thing. They wouldn't be changed as a result of this action.
All right, any other discussion? Commissioner Bunny?
Yeah, I just believe that this is a little bit grandiose to call maintenance engineering. And I believe that it's going to create I don't know, I guess the willpower or the desire of the people who are calling themselves engineers to want more money. And I just think that's all, it'll lead to that. I just think that trying to call maintenance or facilities, calling it engineering is just unnecessary. And even if it's only $200, it's still an expense that we don't need to do just to change a name because the head of facilities wants to be called an engineer.
All right, any other discussion? Commissioner Campbell?
That's, that is a very valid thought, and I wish I could apologize for what happened to you last week. It's not my job to do that, but let me tell you that things like that should never happen in a discussion at a meeting.
All right, any other discussion? All right, if not, all in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
All right, I believe it fails 2-5. I don't remember.
Who were the two that voted in favor of that?
I did.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
I've always believed the person doing the job has a right to name it.
all right, next up we have item number 3, information technology, purchase of time clock. Commissioner Wessel?
I move that the Leelanau County Board of Commissioners to waive bid policy and purchase Harris Local Government Time Clock Plus version 7 and employee self-services ESS software as presented with allowance for estimated travel and lodging expenses, funds not to exceed $20,000 to come from the IT Department capital outlay line item ending in .970.010 and authorize the board chair to sign the quotes for same.
Second.
All right, moved and
Just a
supported.
question for the
Discussion.
administrator about that. And I think we talked about it last week, but in no way does this get in the way of or interrupt or be a problem for the purchase of new software, whatever we decide.
That's accurate. Again, as I said last week, even if you were to authorize the purchase of new software today, and that's not going to happen, it would not be implemented for at least 12 months, possibly 18 months, because for a couple of reasons. That's the projection we get from most of the companies that we've looked at. That's just because there are so many people converting from server-based software to cloud software, and all those conversions are in line ahead of us. So it wouldn't impact that. But this is a necessary improvement to our software package.
Thank you.
And I would, even though the motion is crafted the way it is, and I agree with it, would gently suggest that it is not really a waiving of the board policy regarding bidding, because you're actually implementing a new module of the software that already exists. And we're using an existing vendor, updating their software. I would argue that is actually permitted by the bid policy. But the motion is what it is, and I don't disagree with it.
Any other discussion? Commissioner Robbins?
Question, by going this route, I know back previous board, they had the Raymond report there. We're still kind of following that report by going this route?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, as long as, okay.
And the main reason that we're pursuing this now is this has been recommended for a considerable period of time by our legal counsel in terms of properly applying the Fair Labor Standards Act and documenting it in a concise and accurate way.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Commissioner Bunning?
Yeah, I was actually opposed to this at the beginning, but after getting the information that I have and the idea that it really is within our policy, the way it goes, I'm going to vote for it now.
Any other discussion? Not, all in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried 7-0. All right, next up we have, we're under administration, potential referral, item number 8, potential referral of items to Building and Grounds Committee. We have a motion.
I move that the Leelanau County Board of Commissioners authorize the Building and Grounds Committee to consider the issue of the MSU Extension Office installation of a bulletin board and to review the MSHA inspection report.
Support.
All right, it's been moved and supported. Discussion? Commissioner Campbell?
I certainly don't mind, and perhaps it makes sense to have the Building and Grounds Committee look at this, but I'd like to also include my thought that I agree with some of the comments that were made before. I don't want to see bulletins on the sides of all of our offices. And I would consider having like a kiosk out here, something that maybe could be shared if the idea is we need to get more information up. But there's probably not a department here in this building which wouldn't like, and I understand that, an opportunity to promote what they do. They do a great job, and to also elicit community support. But I don't believe that putting a bulletin at every office is the best way to do that.
Commissioner Bunning?
Yeah, I don't want, every office has their information in their offices, that anyone that I know of. And I think that is the way it should be. I don't want our hallways to become decorated with bulletin boards. We have a huge bulletin board outside, and that can be used, and that could be expanded, but it's not to be, I just don't think we have the pictures here, we have a decoration, but I don't think bulletin boards are a decoration.
All right, any other discussion? Commissioner Walter?
The bulletin board we have here is functional. When people come to the courthouse and they need the information, if the courthouse is closed, the information they need, the meeting times and stuff like that is on that bulletin board. It's a public notice board. That being a county building separate from here, I don't see that unreasonable that it would be productive for them to use that, a bulletin board in the same manner. That's why I support this. I think that it'll ease their business and their operations to communicate with the public at all hours of the day with that.
You mean use that one?
This one and one there, they're 20 miles from here, or 10 miles from here. So I can't,
This is extension office right here.
I thought this was for the extension office out there.
I think this is for MSU extension right
Yeah,
here.
right inside,
Oh,
right
right
inside
in
here, yeah.
Oh, then I'm totally screwed. All right, I'm sorry.
All right.
No, the way I understood it, okay, all right. Now I got.
Commissioner Robbins?
I'm going to pull a Mark Walter here, but I think if you read this motion, it's to kick it to the Board and Grounds to come up with some ideas and bring back, and then we can have all the discussion we want.
That's a good point.
Commissioner Russell? Oh, that was your comment? All right, any other discussion on that? All right, if not, all in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. And the one nay? All right, motion passes 6-1. All right, now we're up to item number 4B, acceptance of spring 2025 2% allocations, Inland Seas Education Association. Commissioner Algard.
I move that the Leelanau County Board of Commissioners accept the 2% grant award from the Grand Traverse Band of Ottawa and Chippewa Indians in an amount of $15,000 for Inland Seas Education Association in support of the stewardship of the Leo Creek Preserve.
Support.
All right, moved and supported, discussion? Commissioner Money?
Yeah, I brought along the Leelanau Enterprise Inland Seas, where they just had over $8 million donated to them. And I just wondered, if we give this $15,000 to Inland Seas, what other government agencies, whether it's the villages, the townships, the fire departments, the library, are not receiving funding? It was over $1 million requested, and they paid out 400 and some thousand. So when we donate these tax dollars, these payment in lieu of taxes, I believe we're denying either the county here, or villages, or schools, or fire departments $15,000. Somebody's supposed to get that to run their government agencies. And we're giving it to someone who we know now can raise plenty of money.
Any other discussion? Commissioner Wessel?
I wouldn't say this, except Commissioner Bunnick continues to remind us that he disagrees with it. I am pleased that we can have a very small part in supporting what I think should be a real treasure for this county. And I'm pleased that we're collaborating with Inland Seas.
I guess I have to add, this was not our decision, we're just forwarding the decision made by the band. It was their decision, and I'm proud to be able to do this.
Commissioner
Forward
Bunnick?
it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a false statement to say that, because we actually forwarded it to them. If we don't forward it, they don't make a decision on it. So to say that they made the decision, no, we made that. We make the decision on what gets forwarded to the tribe. And then we ask them if they will fund those.
All right, any other discussion? Not, all in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
Motion passed 5-2. All right, next up, we're item 4C, 2% allocation agreements for services Safe Haven and Inland Seas Association. Oh,
We did.
This is
Did
just
we-
approving the
okay.
agreements themselves.
Oh, the agree-
We
oh,
already-
these are
we
the
already
two
approved
agreements.
Safe
Okay.
haven, so.
gotcha. Commissioner Wesson?
I move that the Leelanau County Board of Commissioners approve contracts with Safe Haven and Inland Seas Education Association as presented, authorizing the chair to sign and entering into agreements for services with Safe Haven and Inland Seas Education Association in order to disperse the awarded 2% allocation funds.
Second.
All right, moved and supported, discussion? All right, if not, all in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
Motion carried 6-1. All right, now we're up to item 4D, with the late addition AC unit at Central Tower. Administrator?
We're just asking that you approve, give us the authority to prepare and submit for bids, the engineering for that central tower.
So moved.
You want that worded out? Do you want that motion read out, or?
You want the motion as done in the EDS that the Leelanau County Board of Commissioners ratify the emergency actions taken on the emergent failure of the air conditioning unit at Central Tower on 8/8/25 and approve payment of the invoice for the replacement Marvair 2-ton air conditioning unit quoted at $12,350, which includes control of power wiring, startup, check and testing with electrical modifications if needed to be provided by others. Funds not to exceed $13,000 from 518 ending in 970, utilizing contingency funds within the Tower Fund 518.
That's exactly what I was
I
going to
thought
say.
so.
Okay, so that's not a put a bid out, that's approve a repair.
Exactly.
Okay,
I misspoke.
yeah. That's a
All
little
right.
different.
Do we have a support on that?
Support.
Supported by Commissioner Wessel. Discussion? If not, all in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried 7-0. All right, next up, we're to consideration, or 4E, consideration of closed session
Did you
regarding.
want
What about
to,
5B?
did you want to do?
Oh,
that's
Oh, I
right.
might as well do five.
Technically, that's,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Are
Yeah, we probably ought to do it.
Are we okay with, I guess originally we approved the agenda to have that as 5,
Okay.
but
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we did. That's fine.
yes.
Well, I would, I would move that we move it forward,
Closed session.
yeah, before we do closed session.
Okay. What was the comment?
That we move number 5 forward before we go into closed session.
Oh, okay, all right.
Make it 4E
Support.
and make that 4.
Can I just ask, is there anticipation of action following our closed session?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there would be.
I just, I always have this thing that people are here to talk, I hate to see them come to the end, but I don't know if you guys would consider moving up public discussion and before we go into closed session. Is that something? I don't know how many folks
That's a
want.
big change.
Well, we have a motion on the floor here.
Okay.
We got a motion on the floor right now to move 5 down just above 4E.
Yeah.
So discussion on that motion? All right, if not, all in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried 7-0. All right, now we're to 5. D, and it's from the consent agenda, MERS service credit purchase.
Okay,
We have a motion.
I make a motion to approve the resolution that Scott Robinson will be authorized to purchase 5 years of general service credit from MERS as described in the application for additional service credit purchase at a cost of approximately $95,560 to be paid by the employee.
Support.
All right, it's moved and supported. Discussion?
The only reason I wanted discussion is,
Commissioner Watson.
I know this is our employees' rights, and I'm all for this, I'm gonna vote for it, but I thought about it during the week. Here we are in the 8th month of 2025, and I don't have the exact numbers, but we're pushing about probably close to 200,000 that people, our employees have paid out for early retirement. And I think as a board, we should be concerned that, question, are we doing something wrong? Why are people buying all these, credits? Do they want out early? Are we doing something wrong? But I think it's something that we need to look at as an employer, because this is like, used to be, when I was on the previous board, I mean, I think I saw maybe one, but, we're seeing one every month now. So I think it's just something that maybe HR or, ought to just, look into if they can, and just like I said, it's just for discussion, but I think as the employer here, I'm concerned that, we're losing good people, or they're buying time so they can leave early.
All right, Commissioner Walter?
This is a common practice where I used to work. But we had an age limit on retirement, so nobody got out early. You could buy all the time you wanted, but you couldn't get out early. You could buy time, but you couldn't buy age. But as employees get closer to retirement, they start thinking a little bit more about their retirement and how I could best use my money to assist me in the future. And while they're making money, is the time to buy that time so that they can have it in the future. It's kind of like, I can't put more into my 401k, but I can buy this time and it equals out the same because it increases my retirement, but I've got a limit on what I can put in my 401k. So the smart employee is looking ahead and going, this is what I want to do. And as people get older and get closer to retirement, they look at that and say, hey, I got to take advantage of that while it's still there. I'm not, because he's still got his time he's got to put in. So I don't really see it as that much of a concern. It's employees, I think, are realizing as they get older that, hey, this is something I should do because it can benefit me in the future. And it's no cost to us, it's a cost to the employee. So, I'm not sure that it's an indication of complete wipeout of morale of county employees. And that's something we need to be concerned about.
Commissioner Campbell?
My understanding is this is
I mean, things can go either way, but basically a neutral, financially, this is neutral to the county.
Yeah.
So, again, I really don't know why we vote on these every time. I think we should just create a policy, and that way the employee doesn't have any questions. They understand exactly where they are, and then they don't come. I got one more thing, okay, Jim? And I guess this question would, I assume maybe we do exit interviews with folks?
We do.
And you would let us know if there are problems that seem to be
Yes, if there were.
pushing this issue.
If there were recurrence of that. The only two things I wanted to mention, the reason we're required to vote on this because MERS requires a resolution by the legislative authority approving these. So that's why you have to vote every time. We couldn't have a policy and blanketly approve them at any time. You have to approve them individually. There is a possibility that this would cause additional cost to the county, but MERS has such conservative projections on their. In fact, to some extent, I might even consider putting money like that into MERS as not as good an investment as you might be able to get otherwise. But obviously, this individual sees to the contrary. Because their projections are so conservative, the likelihood that you're going to incur additional expense is so low that I think it is appropriate to approve these. But the other thing that I would say, and I understand Commissioner Robbins' comment, and it makes a lot of sense, but we can only that can only be voluntarily obtained from the employee. And they may very well say, this is the reason I want to do it, but I don't want that disclosed to the Board of Commissioners as to why, and we would have to honor that.
Right.
You need to consider these on the financial merits. And based upon my review of the actuarial reports and the way MERS evaluates its these service purchase credits, the likelihood of you incurring additional expenses is so low that I would encourage you to generally approve them unless there's a very, very good reason not to. And I don't see that in this instance.
All right, any other discussion on that? Not? All in favor?
No, roll call.
Oh, that is a motion.
Yeah.
Right.
Resolution.
A resolution.
Resolution.
Yep.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
Commissioner Walter,
Yes.
Commissioner Wessel,
Yes.
Chairman Yoder,
Yes.
Commissioner Allgaier,
Yes.
Commissioner Bonnet,
Yes.
Commissioner Campbell,
Yes.
7-0.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have item 40 now, consideration of closed session regarding union negotiations. Mr.
I was
Money?
wondering if we could have public comment before we go into closed session?
I'm fine with that, just, as far as the public, so the public is aware, we potentially may take action when we come out,
Right.
so it's kind of up to the rest of the board how they feel about that, I guess, so.
You know, I do
Okay, I'm fine with moving it back.
you need a motion to change that agenda again?
I believe so, yep.
I would move we move public comment up whatever to what number is it?
Just right after public comment.
I move we hold public comment right now.
I'll second.
Wait, having public comment in front of the review of financials?
Sure, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
No, you're doing it prior to the closed session potentially.
Right, what is above financials?
Are you doing it right now?
Based off his
Right now.
comment, yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's requesting it.
That's what you mean?
My motion says right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Okay.
All right. Any discussion on that motion? Not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried 7-0. All right. We're up to public comment. Mr. Bukowski.
Good Easter Sunday.
evening. I just want to share a thought that the issue of buying pension plans almost indicates that we have a lousy pension plan for our employees. So, take that with a grain of salt. The item I want to talk about again is the item that's missing on this agenda today. That's the apology resolution to apologize to the clerk, taxpayers, and regarding the clerk ruling decision of May 11, 2021. We've repeated this request many times because it's required. And we have provided, and will provide the clerk with a complete rendition of events on a ticket. There's like 3 pages of all the events that occurred regarding this issue. That will hopefully encourage you and help you along to actually put together an apology resolution and put that to bed. The other thing is, we have come across a commentary by H.L. Lincoln. You probably have read him in the 30s. This was put together by a Mr. Boudreau of the American Institute of Economic Research. And here's a quote from Mr. McAtee. When we say that it, that is the government, has decided to do this or that it proposes or aspires to do this or that, usually to the great cost and inconvenience of 9/10 of us. You simply say that a definite person or a group of persons has decided to do it, or proposes or aspires to do it. And when we examine, this group of persons, realistically, we almost invariably find that it is composed of individuals who are not only not superior to the general, but plainly and depressingly inferior, both in common sense and common decency. It's a quote from the 30s, I mentioned. So, all of us that are in public office need to read this very carefully over and over again, because the temptation is so great for commissioners, special interests, and we've had a few instances of these throughout the years I've observed, 35 years of it, where personal interests take over, and basically, we 9/10 of us, they make 9/10 of us unhappy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Yes, sir.
Steve Costage, and I'm from Cedar. Hopefully everybody heard that. Thank you for all speaking out. We appreciate that. I've been attending the meetings on a fairly regular basis, and I'm looking for some big ideas on how to reduce cost within the county. It seems like all we talk about is nickels and dimes, but no big ideas on how to reduce cost, or at least contain cost better than what we do. It seems like everybody has a willingness to spend money that they don't have, that the county provides. Taxes keep going up year after year, significantly the past couple of years. And I just would like for more of a focus, or people at least aspiring to reduce our cost and the burden that's on the taxpayer. Mr. Bunnick, I appreciate you, the allocation of the money that is to a select issue or group. That money should be going to the county administration, the county operations, as opposed to somebody's pet project or however it's perceived. I think there wouldn't be any discussion of whether that money is going to the right place if it went to the county and supported county activities, thus reducing the burden on taxpayers. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other public comment?
No.
Yes, sir?
Keith Ashley, Leelanau Township. President Trump said on Friday that his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, agrees with him on letting voters send in, agrees with him on stopping putting the mail-in ballots as the way we do things today, and that he's pursuing an executive order to do that. I think it's refreshing to see that our good friend and ally, Vladimir Putin, is making suggestions that are favorably received. And if you can't trust Putin, who can you trust? This is from astronaut Ron Garan, who spent 178 days in space, his observations. And this is partly what he said. What struck him most was the paper-thin layer of atmosphere enveloping the planet as a fragile veil standing between all of life and the void of space. In that moment, the Earth seemed heartbreakingly vulnerable. From his vantage point, Garan saw a planet with no borders, no political lines, only one interconnected home. But on the ground, humanity continues to divide and exploit. It says further, our economy treats the Earth as a disposable resource, a subsidiary of profit. To him, this illusion was the big lie, the belief that growth should come before sustainability. Garan insists the correct hierarchy should be the planet, society, and the economy in that order. Whether it's climate change, resource depletion, or social inequality, every crisis is linked to our failure to prioritize the planet first. Ron Garan's message, delivered with the quiet gravity of someone who's actually seen our Earth from outside, is a plea for awareness and action. He reminds us that we live on a paradise in the cosmos, a world that's incredibly rare, unimaginably beautiful, and desperately in need of our care. Lastly, this is a letter from a man called Living in the Shadow of the American Dream. I live in Shenandoah County. I'm a factory worker, a farmer, a father of 2 girls. I get up before the sun, and most days I don't sit down until after it's gone. My partner Hannah and I raise our girls on a small farm. She works full-time also. She's a caregiver, a homemaker, a livestock handler, and a mother. She doesn't get a paycheck, she doesn't get a break, and she doesn't get counted. We stayed unmarried, not because we don't love each other, but because getting married would kick my partner and our daughters off the Medicaid that keeps them healthy. My employer offers insurance, but only if I pay nearly as much as our mortgage. I can't, so we stay as we are, in love but locked out. I'm ashamed that in a country as wealthy as ours, people like us are left out in the cold. When the so-called Big Beautiful Bill passed, it was marketed as a win for working Americans. From where I stand, it appears to be the opposite. Cuts in Medicaid, reduced support for struggling families, and a ballooning deficit that somehow will still leave us more exposed than before. This bill, like many before, rewards the already powerful while punishing those who hold the economy together in invisible ways. It makes those who lobby and takes from those who labor. I'm not writing this as a Democrat or a Republican. I'm writing it as a man watching families like mine wear themselves thin, working hard, doing the right things, and still falling behind. You shouldn't be able to carry $100 worth of groceries in 2 hands, but these days you can. And it's wrong and it's dangerous. I'm writing to ask one simple thing. Who is this country really for? Because if it's not for parents doing their best to raise good kids in a broken system, if it's not for factory workers and farmers who show up every day no matter how little is left in the tank, and if it's not for families trying to make a life from the land and a paycheck, then maybe the flag doesn't wave for all of us after all. I don't want handouts, I want fairness. I don't want politics, I want policies that work. So if you're in power, hear me. We're not okay. We're drowning quietly. We are not enemies. We are neighbors. We are parents, workers, and caretakers. And it's time we start acting like that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, I'm Dana Getzinger from Elmwood Township. I'm not nearly as eloquent as the man you just heard, who were going right to your heart. But I wanted to I wasn't going to make any comment tonight, but I heard something recently that rang true to me. And that is we have a Bill of Rights, but what we should have is a Bill of Obligations. And to me, our local government right here, I think is pretty amazing. I think you guys do an amazing job. I'm proud to live in Leelanau County. Do I agree with everything you do? Oh, heck no. That's just humanity. But we can all come here and express our opinions in total acceptance. And the other thing I also admire doing as a citizen is paying my taxes. I think it's my rent for living on the planet. I like that we have schools. I like that we have roads. I like that we have internet. And that gives everybody in the community a better chance. If we don't have internet in all of our counties, that is not a service to our county. So I do want to thank you for the work you do and say to people, I hope they also feel that being a patriot is also being a citizen who pays the taxes, knowing that it's for the greater good, and it helps all of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. All right, so we'll give it a shot at the third and final time to have the motion on consideration of closed session. Mr. Money.
Yeah, I would move that the Leelanau County Board of Commissioners entered closed session to discuss strategy and negotiation for collective bargaining as permitted by MLC or MCL 15.2681C. The following individuals to be included in the closed session: Jen Zwicky and Kathy Hardisfeld, as well as our attorney, Mr. Norton.
Second.
All right, are we okay with having our administrator in there as well?
Yes. I'm sorry. And Jim, I thought he would include, I'm sorry. And Jim Dyer.
All right, second good with that?
I'm sorry, who seconded that?
Commissioner Robbins.
Okay, just 1 second, I'll do a roll call. Commissioner Bonnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Campbell,
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins,
Yes.
Commissioner Walter,
Yes.
Commissioner Wessel,
Yes.
Chairman Yoder,
Yes.
Commissioner Allgaier,
Yes.
7-0.
All right, thank you. All right, for those that wish to stay, hopefully we'll be out before too long.
Good help.
Ready? All right, I need a motion to come back in.
So moved.
Second.
All right, moved and supported.
Everybody's in a hurry on that one.
There's a motion by Commissioner Algar and supported by Commissioner Walter. Come back into session, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0.
I move to ratify the successor collective bargaining agreements with the FOPLC road sergeants, FOPLC correction sergeants, and FOCLP corrections division with the changes set forth in the applicable total tentative agreements that may have been ratified by the bargaining units and authorized by the board chair to sign the successor collective bargaining agreements upon arrival of this form in the county's, by the county's legal counsel, or approval of this form by the county's legal counsel.
Support.
All right, it's been moved and supported. Do you need a roll call, or can that be voice? Voice fine. All right. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0.
I move to ratify the initial collective bargaining agreement between the FOPLC Executive Command Unit with the changes set forth in the applicable total tentative agreement that has been ratified by the bargaining unit and authorize the board chair to sign the collective bargaining agreement upon approval as to the form by the county's legal counsel.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and supported. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0. Thank you. Next up, we have review of financials.
And, here's the house, it was, lately, there was a hard copy on the desk. Questions regarding reports?
I just had one, and that, I mean, I saw on page 12 there, where they do long-distance calls. I mean, I just didn't think anybody did had to pay long distance anymore. Some of them were like $76. I mean, I know it's not a lot, but,
Page 12?
yeah, and I don't, I think it's from the post office.
Oh, post audit.
But I'm just saying, I just wonder that our landlines, do they have to, we have to pay, long distance on those?
I think I think the long distance that you're looking at is we have a 1-800 number that's out there. So we have to pay for the 1-800 number for people calling on that number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just thought that was odd, but that makes sense then.
We had it in Leelanau. The 1-800 number.
Right, because it's 256 number. Okay, well, I guess that answers that. It's a 1-800 number. I understand that.
You know what, as I look at this, we get the national park money. We could, in the future, put that towards parks. Just a thought. We get it every year.
But it is payment in lieu of,
Yeah.
lieu
Oh,
of your
real
general fund
tax.
taxes.
Pill.
So
It's the pill.
you could
Just,
do it,
we could
but
stick it in our head that that's a thought.
What you
Everybody
want?
wants money for parks.
It's a cost or not?
Just a thought.
Well, currently, you do pay part of that to the townships.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, this hasn't been paid out yet
It has been,
to the town. What is our portion?
and our portion was,
142?
72,619 was paid to the townships. And that came in at 142, but we also used part of that money to pay for the radios.
Right.
The PILT funds were subject to the Motorola radios years ago. So it's a
Okay.
transfer, the general fund transfers in to supplement the lease payment.
All of it?
Yes.
And you've got a payment right now and one more next year. And then I think you're going to be reconsidering your radio situation. In the near future,
So then we could
No.
do it for a special park thing.
It's still,
He's already-
it's still a thought. Keep that.
All right, any other questions? All right, if not, we're on to special reports by staff, commissioners and affiliated agencies. No reports. All right, commissioner comments? Commissioner Robbins?
I'd just like to add one thing, maybe most of you are not aware of it, but I kind of walked down the hallway and looked at the previous commissioners we had here, and one I met here a few months ago, and he's a pretty cool guy to be around, is down in Ann Arbor right now fighting for his life, and that's Bob Hawley, so,
Oh, is it?
yeah, so our thoughts and prayers. He's got an infection in his lung, so it didn't look good, but from what I've been reading on social media, he's improving, but he's got a long ways to go.
Thank you.
All right, any other commissioner comments?
I guess I'll add one more. One had it. Last week. It was kind of nice walking out of here after the meeting and ran into one of our maintenance workers outside here. Just had a nice talk with him about working here and his thoughts of, well, it's Dwayne Valeska is who it was. And the pride that he takes in taking care of the outside of this building. It was just nice, and I just felt like, we got to give credit to our employees. It was just nice hearing that he enjoys working here and he takes pride in his grounds here.
Thank you. Any other commissioner comments? All right, I would be remiss if I wouldn't tell everybody that Polka Fest is coming up this week, so you gotta come. We'll move on now. All right, approval of financials.
You've got some amendments in front of you. We needed to allocate charges to the charges for the telephones that were purchased in April. That's a good portion of what this amendment number 9 is about. It's also showing you how we capture unbudgeted revenue, take some pressure off the fund balance. This also keeps up with your fees for attorneys that are not post over that we have for other issues. Also, fronting engineering money for the drain commissioner for Schaumburg, Timberley, Little Glen, and drain number 1, keeping up with those expenditures. So this is some housekeeping on the general fund, and this is amendment number 9. I can do one at a time. How would you like me to go? Go on?
Commissioner Bunting?
Okay, number 10. This is also the funds.
Oh, I thought, when I answered 1, I meant make it into 1.
Well, I've got like 3 different.
Yeah, she wants to read it.
Michelle, did you want to hear?
Oh, he wanted to make a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd make the motion to approve fiscal year 2025 amendments number 25009, 25010, and 25011.
Support.
All right, it's moved and supported. Discussion? Not. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0.
Thank you. If you have any questions, yes, please. And then fund transfer 25005 to transfer funds so that we can make the payment for the radios and fund dispatch for another quarter.
I move we approve fund transfer number 25005.
Support.
Moved and supported. Discussion? Not. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0.
Things and accounts.
Commissioner Bunting?
I'd make a motion that we approve claims and accounts for $581,000, $581,215.20.
Support.
All right, moved and supported. Discussion? Not. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0. Commissioner Bunting?
I'd make a motion that we do post audit for $2,583,906.93.
Support.
All right, it's moved and supported. Discussion? Not. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're adjourned.
Kathy,
Yes.
when we,
Wait a